Hello. Welcome to the Coffee Run Live, episode 247. I am beyond excited to speak with you all today. Gotta say though, it is an absolute glorious day here. I know that we are still in the last month of winter and it's still cold overnight, but we've got a really beautiful and lovely day here. I hope it is the same for you. So today what I want to talk with you about is this idea of relentlessness. So I have been recording the audios for our $1 Million Success Mindset audio course that runs for 30 days. And one of the things that I recorded recently for this particular series was around developing a relentless attitude and a relentless approach to growing your business, to putting your content out there and things like that. Now, it made me think about it though. And what made me think about it was going back a few months ago, I was in a group and they asked for some book recommendations. Hey, Paul. And the question was, I'm looking for a book on motivation and something that's going to get me moving. And there is a book written called Relentless by Tim Grover. And I freaking love this book. It really sort of, to me, it epitomizes this relentlessness around striving, around growing, around not just production, but around you really chasing the dreams that you have and the things that you really want to create. Now, I posted up about this recommendation because people had asked for books to read, and I said, this is really great, Relentless. Like, it completely changed, I suppose, the way that I completely changed the way I saw myself, but it gave me some insights into me and how I've been in the past and even currently actually with how I work. Now, I am pretty relentless in the sense that I don't give up. There might be times throughout a day where I'm like, ugh, and I might give up for 30 seconds or I might walk away. Like, I think that's actually healthy. But there are other points in time where I'm like, I feel like sometimes I'm like that Energizer bunny, go. And I used to think that was a bad thing. Not the going, but that wanting more, that pushing for more. And I did some investigation around it, in my head, around what this meant, where it came from. And it was more around how other people would perceive what it is that I do and how it is that I show up and what it is that I have to say. And I'm always, I'm relentless in my commitment to helping you. Yes, I'm relentless in my commitment to myself as well for growing this business. And I'm not going to lie, I am relentless in the pursuit of finding people to help who are willing to pay me. And for that reason, they can absolutely get benefit. You get motivation, you get inspiration, education, training, whatever it is so that you can keep going, right? Paul, keep being relentless. Don't give up. Oh, no, I'm not giving up. Don't you worry about that. But I suppose what it got me thinking about was about how, I'm heating up in here, is about how we define relentlessness and what we make it mean. And it was highlighted by this other group of people who were like, oh, I don't want to relentless. No. And I'm like, relentless. Yes. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. And so, and maybe perhaps relentless isn't the right word all the time, but I think what this business needs of you, for you to be able to reach your people, we do need to be somewhat relentless in our faith. We need to be relentless with the way that we trust in ourselves. We do need to be relentless in the pursuit of our dreams. Now, this does not mean, and I think this is where the misconception kind of comes in. This doesn't mean working 23 hours a day, 8 days a week, or you having to work weekends if you don't want to, or you having to work from 9 o'clock until 9 o'clock at night. I don't want that for you. Unless you want that for you, and then, more power to you. But, to me, that is actually the fast track to burnout. That is not, I don't want you to be relentlessly working, sitting there slaving till your fingers are bleeding. That's not what relentless looks like to me. So, what does relentless look like for you if we're looking at it from the positive side of things? Again, for me, it's okay, well, I am relentless in the upholding of my boundaries. So I don't usually work after 6 o'clock at night, often 5:30. And often I won't work. Most of the time I don't work on the weekends unless I'm running an event, and then it's an exception. It's not a habit. So for me, I'm relentless about upholding my boundaries. I'm relentless about showing up, because I think that this is what it needs. I think the way that you need to be able to connect with your audience, I think you've got to show up. Because what happens, if we think about it, most people don't last in business beyond the 2-year mark, and of the remaining people, they don't make it to the 5-year mark. I think the odds are so stacked against us. 95% are gone within 2 years, and of the remaining 5%, half of them are gone in the following 3 years. So we've got like a 2.5% chance, maybe, at still sticking around in business at the 5-year mark. So what does it take to keep you in the game? What does it take to keep you going? And to me, the thing that is going to keep you going is relentless faith, relentless trust, and absolute belief that you are going to make it. And for that reason, business needs to be seen more like a marathon. And I think we're in a day and age where there's, $1 million coaches are a dime a motherfucking dozen, and they don't necessarily even make the money that they say that they're making. And I know, because I've been in groups with people where I've seen their freaking ads or their posts talking about how much money they're making. And then on the inside of these groups, they're lamenting and whining and complaining or saying, like, I don't know what's going on. I'm freaking broke. I can't get any clients. It's like, what the fuck? We're in an environment where anyone can say anything these days. And I guess it's really important that we are, number one, not believing a whole lot of the bullshit that is going on out there, that business actually does take work. There is no such thing as you going and putting up a handful of posts on Facebook and people magically giving you money. It doesn't work like that. It requires time, effort, strategy, tactics, implementation, planning, execution, and motherfucking persistence. Like, it is not just it's not a one-shot show, right? So you've got to really change the way that people like me, I suppose, in my industry, who are out there saying, this is how we build a business. This is how you can get there. There are no magic pills. There is no instant quick thing to saying, oh, hey, let's make $1 million this year. I mean, case in point, right? I'm putting out at the moment a $1 million mindset success series, a short audio course that runs for a month, where every day for a whole month, we're talking about how to repattern your brain to think like $1 million business owner. I am not suggesting for a millisecond that by going through that course, you are going to make more money. I'm not saying that you are going to get $1 million in the next year. I'm saying what we're going to do is change your mindset so that we start to focus on what we can do, on abundance, on really kind of like, if you're running a marathon, we can't go at a bull out at the gate straight away, because you'll burn out, you'll run out of puff, and you just won't have the stamina. And I know this because this is what happened to me. Right? I was that bull out the gate. I was so excited. This is going back 10 years ago. So excited about growing my business. I was so excited about having this thing that I could start to do and this stuff that I could start to share. And I was working from like 7 o'clock in the morning. I would run and grab my kids from school and daycare. I'd come home, I'd keep working, and then throw food down their face. And then I would go back into the office once I'd gone to bed, and then I'd keep working. And the problem with that, and I would do that 5 days a week, and then I'd also work weekends, because I was like, never enough, never. There is so many things to always do. And I really believed that was what it took. And it's just not true. It is, I guess back then, there wasn't anyone that I had found yet that could say, hang on a second, how about we pace ourselves? I know you're really excited, but you can't afford to burn out. So your adrenals can't handle it, your body can't handle it, your brain can't handle it, your marriage, your partnerships, your friendships, your families, they can't handle, for the most part, you working like that. So I don't believe that relentlessness means that you work all hours of every day that is freaking available to you. What I challenge you to consider is, how about we be relentless with our focus in the hours in which we decide to work within. So maybe that's 9 till 5, the same as what you would in a normal job, although I don't know that that's even normal these days. Perhaps it's about being relentless around working in a rhythm. So 25-minute blocks, and then having a 5 or 10 minute break, and then working another 25-minute block with a 5 or 10 minute break. I would challenge you to do that for the next month, and I can almost guarantee that you would find that you get more done, you're more productive, you're happier, you're achieving more, you get more created if you're doing things in that time and working, say, 9 to 5, than what you are working a myriad of hours every single day of the week. Why? Because our brains cannot physiologically handle that relentless focus that is required for you to be able to implement that long in a day. It's just not humanly possible. This is why we procrastinate. It's why we get distracted. It's why we sit and scroll through Facebook and next minute 3 hours has gone past. It's just not conducive for efficiency, for effectiveness, and for productivity. Paul, relentless equals persistence and consistent in business and life, following your dreams to help others and reaching your goals. Absolutely. I love that definition of relentless. I guess the thing is that we all go through setbacks, right? We all go through different things. We all go through times in our worlds and in our lives, whether it's business, whether it's health, whether it's our personal relationships, whether it's money, our careers, whichever way you look at it, whatever area in your world you look at. We all have these sorts of things that go on, right? So for those of you listening to the audio, I'm drawing a wavy motion with my hand across the screen. So we have moments where we're really on the up and up and up, and it's really challenging to not put in more hours. It can be really challenging to not kind of think, oh my gosh, I've got this and I've got this and I've got this, I'm going to do more and do more and do more, because that can lead to burnout, like we said. And then when you're coming back down again, it's in those lulls, in the valley of your motivation and the momentum, where we've got to kind of really dig in. And this to me is where that relentless faith kicks in. It's where the relentless trust kicks in. It's not about relentlessly working your fingers to the bone. So I'd really encourage you guys to check in on, for you, what relentlessness looks like for you. What boundaries are you going to put in place and be relentless in your upholding of those boundaries? How are you going to be relentlessly showing up? And again, it doesn't mean that we are online all day, every day. I'm not online all day, every day. I don't want to be every 3 seconds, posting on social media. I would love to be delivering on social media, this type of thing all day. But I've got clients, I've got programs to create, I've got things to do. I've got kids' sports days to attend to. So what does relentless look like for you? And how can you activate in those lulls, in those valleys or the troughs of not really kind of feeling it? And maybe in those moments where you're like, I just don't know that I can keep going. Then how can you, and what can you do to actually activate that? Hang on a second, this is what my dream is. Hang on a second, this is how I want to feel. This is how I want to create. This is what I want to do. This is what my dream is. I'm not going to freaking give up now. I might go and take a breather for 5 minutes and then get back in the freaking game. But remember that the things that are going to get you through, and I talk about this in the $1 Million Mindset series, it's not really the tactics that are going to keep you there. It's not even a strategy that is going to keep you in business. It really truly is that relentless drive, that relentless faith, and that relentless trust. Every $1 million plus business owner that I've spoken to and been friends with over the last 10 years, every single one of them digs deeper in those troughs. And it's not the relentless action that keeps them alive or that reinvigorates the growth. It really is that relentless faith and relentless trust. And I think that is the type of thing where in terms of grabbing hold of something and just being like, yes, this is freaking awesome. Yes, this is what I can hold on to, right? And then it's like, okay, so if I have relentless faith and I have relentless trust in what it is that I'm building and creating, then what am I doing next? Who am I being next? How can I sink more into that trust? And what would I be doing if everything was working out exactly how I wanted it to be? What am I doing and how am I being if everything is working out the way that it should be? If all of this is the path, then what am I choosing to do next? Who am I choosing to be in that next moment? And that's the relentlessness that I would love for you to absolutely grab hold of and hold deep in your core, so that it rides you with you on those highs and it picks you up when you're in those troughs. So there you go. That's my sermon for today. I'm obviously really excited about this. So if you are wanting to jump in on the $1 Million Success Series, I've got a free taster for you. I'll pop that in the comments when we hop off. If you want the full version, people are loving it. I've had some really amazing comments and some really great feedback from it. It's $99 for a 30-day course. So totally, like, it's kind of no-brainer. It's an email delivered to you with an audio link every day for a whole entire month of awesomeness that you get to keep forever. And of course, there's a private Facebook group. So if there's things that are coming up, or if you've got questions about it, then we can jam on it. You know, I'd really love to help you out with that too. So I'll pop the link in here afterwards, but otherwise, get out there, go help some people, be visible, have a whole lot of fun doing it. And remember, guys, the world is ready for your relentless brand of awesomeness. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.